you can stay most of the time on the center platform, on the one platform it has, and you're usually okay. Okay, going immediately for the grab.
Alright.
Combos.
Yeah, trying to start combos with forward air, but drops it. And Dani's gonna take advantage of that. Get a nice lead going here. Big damage.
Ooh, so much damage.
And again, just keeps going, waits for the tornado. Taking Dani all the way to 120. And again, the wait for the tornado, dude.
Yes. I think we're gonna see this a lot in this set. Just waiting out the tornado and then punishing Luigi.
Yeah, maybe we'll see something creative with that, like you start a combo and then you witch time the tornado and then you up smash Luigi or something along those lines.
That's a bit too extreme, but maybe.
Maybe.
So far, Dani is doing really well.
Yeah, just looking for this kill. Misfire all the way at 180. We know how Luigi can get these like very janked, very early kills.
Yes, Luigi can just steal it right here. But so far, Dani is doing fine.
These down tilts coming out. Look at all this extra damage, and they're both at kill percent now. The dash attack! Misfire's survivability just clutching it out, and Dani again struggling, just not able to get any of these kills.
Yeah, that's against the bio factor. Now MrMisfire can go in. Isn't really afraid because he can add so much damage. Okay, right. the F throw finally for Dani. See, he's not that behind. He can still turn it around, of course.
Okay.
Okay, waiting for the tornado.
Game.
Oh, really nice.
Turnaround back there. Dani just runs out of resources, can't make it back.
Yeah, she hit him with a bit during the jump, and she ate his jump basically.
Okay, MrMisfire sitting at 113, but does have the stock advantage, and you can see Dani just kind of hanging out on that top platform, not wanting to deal with getting grabbed by Luigi at 0. Finally finds the kill, sitting at 31, well out of 0 death percent, very early as well.
Keeps going off stage to try and hit Luigi during the side B. Hasn't quite done that yet. He keeps taking so much damage on the ledge. Okay, he reversed the situation.
Oh, beautiful.
Nice.
The up air there, but just unable to find too much off it. We're starting to see some bigger combos now. How's your DI? Fine.
Okay, that wouldn't have taken the shot, but really good damage nonetheless. Now she's trying to get him again. Not this time.
Oh, the down tilt grab. I forgot that was the thing.
MrMisfire wants to close it. Doesn't want to risk it more against Bayonetta.
Yeah, just poking with these fireballs, trying to keep Dani off stage, abuse the fact that Dani can't kill it, and just win these lost stock situations again and again. Dani just faltering at the final hurdle.
Dani risking it at the end. He can take some slower approach to take the stock, but it's also Bayonetta. You need to go for something big.
Yeah.
MrMisfire taking the first game. Let's see how it will continue.
Yeah, it just looked dominant. The survivability from MrMisfire was just really important, and Dani played well, but couldn't really get any edge guards, couldn't really get any stocks easily, and just kind of losing out in these lost stock situations, which is kind of the theme of Dani's bracket so far. If you don't get those early kills, if you don't get those edge guards, if you want kind of snowballing, then those sort of lost hit situations can be really bad for you. That seems like more that is a Bayo problem, but it's also kind of a problem with Dani in a certain way, in that maybe you need to calm down, stop going for all these risky options in situations that don't necessarily work out for you. We haven't really seen Dani work around this problem. I guess there was the Maya set, which did end quite well. For Dani, and that was mainly just because of the edge guards, and Yoshi's story was also a big part of that. I don't really know this pick. It is a low ceiling, which is probably why it wasn't banned by MrMisfire, and also this.
Dani also picked it against the Mayor's Bowser, which we said it was gonna be kind of bad, but he actually did pretty well. So maybe he's more comfortable here.
Yeah, I mean, we thought it was a good stage for Bayo, but a better stage for Bowser. But he was just very aware of how Maya wanted to use that stage. For this, it seems like it would be easier to platform camp him, and also it's a very good stage for Bayo anyway. So I'm interested to see why this isn't banned. Maybe just because it's low ceiling. Can't really think of any other reason.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, you're gonna die. Unlucky, MrMisfire.
That's unfortunate.
Being betrayed by a misfire, and
by his name.
His name.
Okay, so Dani now has the lead. She doesn't. She's platform camping a bit. Just taking his time to make sure he doesn't take unnecessary damage against Luigi.
Alright. 87%. You can see MrMisfire just kind of poking now. Not really that willing to approach, but neither is Dani, to be honest. Especially when you got the lead. But Dani finds an opening. Gets a solid 24.
Just takes some damage and doesn't really push it.
Yeah.
Because if he mistimes something, he can get tornadoed.
You can see just immediately retreating to platform camping again. And kind of waiting to find another
working out for him so far, but
yeah, it is. It's working out well, but Misfire only needs only one mistake from Dani to take this stock.
Okay, some more damage.
Again, yeah, this has worked out really well for Dani. It's a smart pick. This is attack again. The edge guard, beautiful stuff.
Okay,
and they both die.
He needed
the stock trade's worth it. It's worth it.
It was nice.
It was nice, and it just gives MrMisfire less
He was going for that since game 1, since the first game, just trying to get him during the side B, and now he got one. And Dan is looking really good, about to take the game, it seems.
Yeah, they're about to do it.
Oh,
it's fine. Yeah, just about living. That which time could take it though. Yep. Beautiful. Drag down there into an up smash. Kills. Nice and early. And the plat camping really came in clutch. I think we opened that up by saying it wasn't really a great set of bans from Misfire. Yoshi's definitely should have been on that list. And we were kind of proven correct by that. Yeah, and Dani, a lot better at securing kills that time. Obviously found the stock trade, found that drag down combo towards the end. So that survivability that Misfire has was a lot less relevant. And just how hard it is to or how hard it is for Dani to kill at times and clutch out those last hit situations wasn't really as relevant either. So that's just kind of how it feels like a Bayo game goes or a Dani game goes. Is just kind of like either you get those kills kind of early, you feel very comfortable about it, or they end up living to 180 and you die trying to go for a smash attack out of desperation because you've tried all of these different kill options and they haven't worked because your opponent's just been holding center.
Exactly. So it seems that he's working around not needing to do all the stuff, not taking the opponent to such high percent. And as we said, after each game he keeps getting a bit better fighting the matchup. So let's see, we have now small battlefield. I think this is a pretty average stage for both characters.
Yeah. It is. It's a good stage for both characters, to be fair. We have seen people try and circle camp Luigi on the stage, but at least on this stage there feels like there's like counterplay to that.
Yeah,
whereas on a stage like Yoshi's, I don't know what you do.
Yeah, because you have a threat on all these goals. Oh, thanks. Very high.
How's you oh, beautiful. 141, dying no matter what. And again, that mix up with the Nair, just
barely taking any damage. Now
as well.
More.
Yeah, and just securing those stocks when they need to is just so important for Dani that, like, that's just a huge win. Oh, the witch time on the fireball, but unable to really get anything off it. And again, a clanking with the grab. Didn't see it coming.
MrMisfire struggling a bit to find an opening.
Yeah, lapped in percent now.
Yeah, she keeps going after him, but you can't. You need to wait a bit on the Bayonetta to land somewhere, which isn't easy, of course.
Oh, the catch, the weight on the tornado, catching with an F smash, an early kill as well, and again, that's so important. And Misfire needs a 0 to death quickly, or else this game could be donezo as well. But it is Luigi, so 0 to death isn't really that hard.
He has shown that he knows how to do the combo. She keeps getting hit by Dani everywhere he goes.
Yeah, just trying to apply pressure, but Dani's just been meeting it every time. This is really smart from Dani. Just hopping all over, and just like the fact that you can stay in the air so much means it's so hard for Luigi to grab you. MrMisfire just really looking for these grabs but unable to find them at all. Having to go for all these rising aerials that just aren't as rewarding. Can't recover either. Ooh, just about living. No, misses the tag.
She didn't have a jump. That was really tough. Sometimes you can get hit by the side B from Luigi to force him to waste his jump, and then you can catch him afterwards. So that was really good from Dani. I think he took it intentionally.
Yeah, well played. And Dani, we're starting to see from Dani now what we saw against Mayor NYC, just finding ways to get kills, finding how their opponent reacts to them at kill percent, using that, and finding ways to clutch out those kills at the right percents at the right times. And now just kind of a lot more comfortable doing that, and because that's really the only thing that was holding Dani back before, you can just kind of see these games flying by in a way that's a lot more dominant. If Dani does win this set and they manage to do this to Fairfree, who won the last set so well purely because of how good their disadvantage was, how good they were at handling being at kill percent against Bayo.
The Dani could take the tournament. I think
Yeah.
he seems to improve so much after each game, and as you said, taking note of what the opponents do, how they react. So we're on Battlefield. I'm not sure if this is better for Luigi than Small Battlefield, but it's a different approach, I guess.
Yeah, it's a slightly higher ceiling, which I guess is helpful, and it's a wider stage as well, which might be what Dani's looking for. Yeah, DI as well. Thought they died for it, but just about living. And the witch time, that was great from Dani, and the slow walk as well.
So much with the witch times. Just taking the stocks, not really having to get him to high percent.
Just knows when Misfire is going to throw out a button and is using that to find those kills a lot earlier, rather than just doing what we saw maybe in the first game, which was kind of just throwing out smash attacks instead of confirming into them out of a witch time.
Exactly.
Tab coming out now. And his damage is racking up again.
I think that's much better for MrMisfire to side B and go from the bottom, not trying to be
Had that air dodge read as well. That could have been another stock. And we're seeing the witch times on these fireballs as well. We've seen it kind of consistently now. It is a very slow projectile. And that's something that MrMisfire has to watch out for. It's going to make it way easier for Dani to kind of maneuver around. Because if Luigi can't throw fireball, how are they really going to stop you from going wherever you want? Especially when they're that floaty.
Overall, MrMisfire tries to escape the combos with the cyclones and the air dodge, but and then the grab.
You just needed to charge it for a bit longer and they ended up dying for it. Dani just using the invincibility that time to take the stock nice and quick.
MrMisfire wanted to get the grab, and now he was a bit too late. Got hit by the apple.
Yeah, MrMisfire was just so desperate for that grab. If they just waited a little bit for the invincibility to end, they could have got it. You're talking about Dani, who's very frustrated at that point, just desperate for the kill. So it would have been a lot easier to get the grab than it would have been in any other situation, as long as they didn't just go for it whilst they were invincible.
And Dani's up so well right now. Oh, and I don't think MrMisfire wants to keep going.
Either MrMisfire rage quit, or I think Bullards may have taken a jump.
That also may be it. But I think MrMisfire also knew, I don't think I can take this game.